Schmitz. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me.
Reading, so important, obviously. So tell us, first, before we get to the summit, tell us a little bit more about the program at Mount St. Joe.
Yeah, so I am a professor at Mount St. Joseph, and I'm also the director of our Center for Reading Science. So we have a reading science program for educators at the Mount, which is a graduate program as well as a doctoral program, in addition to, of course, our teacher preparation program. And then we also have a Center for Reading Science. And at the center, we do a lot of work with area schools and nationally with schools around how best to teach reading. And we have a couple projects at the center where we are actually building curriculum resources for schools to use for free. So there's a lot of wonderful things on our website for teachers and educators that are available for free.
And you recently had a summit. Talk about the people that come to the summit. Are those teachers from the region, the country? Where do they come from?
Yeah, so the last week of June on Wednesday each year, we do the Reading Science Summit. And it is for area teachers as well as national teachers. So this past year we had, I think, 35 different states represented of educators. It's for around 450 teachers. And the real focus is how do we help teachers implement what we know from scientific research in the classroom. So really bridging that research to practice gap. So we have national experts who come in. We had Dr. Anita Archer, Dr. Daniel Willingham, and Dr. Tracy Whedon-White. We also have over 30 breakout sessions that are done by our reading science faculty members at Mount St. Joseph, as well as our doctoral students. And it's just a wonderful day where teachers come and learn things that they can implement in their classrooms that really, again, help instruction be aligned with what we know from scientific research.
I'm sure things are always evolving, and so this may be a controversial question, but what do you think right now is the best way to teach young people to read?
Yeah.
Is there one way, or is it different for different students?
Yeah, well, we know a lot from the scientific research. That's what we talk about as the science of reading, the body of research that should guide instructional practices. And so reading is actually one of the most researched behaviors in all of psychology and education. So we do know a lot about how to teach reading. And the practices that we know that lead to strong reading outcomes for students are things that we've known for a long time that we're really trying to, again, put in the hands of teachers. So really being systematic, explicit, teaching important aspects of reading like the code, so phonics and spelling, and doing that very systematically, but also teaching background knowledge, vocabulary, and comprehension. All of those things are crucial. And there's kind of a famous paper in the science of reading called Teaching Reading is Rocket Science by Dr. Louisa Moats. And it's true, you know, it's very complex how to teach reading, so we want to equip our teachers with the most up-to-date, strongest findings from the science to guide their instructional practices.
Wonderful. Can you give any examples of schools who are using that type of curriculum, maybe locally?
Yeah. Actually, locally, we're very fortunate that a number of our local districts have been implementing the science of reading practices, instructional practices, for quite a long time. Cincinnati Public Schools has done a lot of work in this area, training their teachers as well as adopting curriculum resources that align to scientific best practices. Oak Hills School District, so really a lot of our schools. We partner closely with a couple of the parochial schools. Holy Family is a partner school where we're implementing a lot of our curriculum resources and having, you know, really wonderful results.
Wonderful. Yeah. If people want to find more information about this, you know, maybe some teachers out there are watching, or a school, where can they go to find more information?
Yeah, well, you can definitely go to our Center for Reading Science website, which is really easy. It's readingscience.org. A number of other organizations that I'll just say really quickly that have great resources for families and educators. The Reading League, which you can just Google, as well as the International Dyslexia Association. They have information for children with dyslexia, but also good resources around reading in general.
Perfect. And we will get a link to the Mount St. Joseph program at our website, which of course is